She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another dame, she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace. She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another dame, she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace.
Hey Barbie, Chloe, period I, period 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 period got my name up in your mouth, you don't know no better. Don't forget I'm from the south, yeah, I got them headers. You watching everything I do, studying all of my moves. Wish you could do what I do. Period I, period period I, period period I, period period I, period.
Hello, litigators and opinionators. Court is now in session. So we have been covering this tragedy that has occurred in Texas with a young couple that was living on the dangerous side of life, involved in drug dealing, and it was allegedly a drug deal gone bad that led to the tragic execution of this 9-month pregnant young lady here who was, I believe she was only 18 years old, and her boyfriend here who was 22 years old, Matthew Guerra. Well, guys, there has been some updates in this case. If you're not familiar, it appears that the tragic murder that has occurred was a family affair, basically. A father was arrested. The son, who was the actual person who executed this couple here, was arrested. But just today, Christopher's stepmother, not biological, but stepmother, was arrested for the execution of this couple. It looks like this is the woman on the screen here, y'all, who has been arrested today. It looks like she assisted in helping dispose of the bodies, alter the bodies, and she has been charged with 3 felonies as a result of that. And we did talk about part 1 that I suspected there was at least 3 people involved, and it turns out that was correct. There was 3 people involved, and they have arrested the 3rd person, the stepmother, who was involved. And there's video surveillance showing her getting out of the vehicle with Ramon, her husband, who assisted her stepson and his biological son in disposing of the bodies, basically putting the bodies in, the way they did. I'm not sure exactly the conditions of the body. We just know that they were shot in the back of the ear, back of the head area, but there appears to be more details coming out about that. But this story has gone crazy. It sounds like it's a family affair. It's a family affair. Okay, they over here in a family affair hiding this body, y'all. This is a hot mess, sad. I'm like, this is crazy. It just really makes me wonder, like, what was really going on in this family. So a 3rd arrest was made in connection with the murder of pregnant San Antonio area teen and boyfriend, police have said. A father and son have been arrested in the killings of pregnant teenager Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, after their bodies were found. But a 3rd person now, the stepmother, this is a hot mess, y'all, has been arrested in connection with the murders of pregnant San Antonio 18-year-old Savannah and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra. And this just happened today. The police said Mirta Romanos, that's her name, Mirta Romanos, was arrested, and she will face 3 felony charges for her alleged role in the case. And this is the photo of her pitiful look itself. And we actually have a video of her walking out. Look at a hot mess. I mean, this story is crazy, guys. I mean, I'm not surprised that there was 3 people involved because I suspected that from the beginning. But just to know that it was the stepmom that was involved, are you serious? Like, some of these women out here, what they do for my man, it makes no sense to me. No sense to me. Like, you're just a mess. Today, I need to know the details about the motive behind this. I still don't believe Christopher's story that it was a drug deal gone bad. I just, for some reason, don't believe that. Today, arrested Mirta Romanos in connection with the capital murder case of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. This is the 3rd arrest made in connection to this case. Merita was charged. I cannot say that girl's name for nothing, y'all. I think her name's Merita. Was charged with abuse of corpse, tampering of evidence, and alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse. So again, tampering of evidence, alter, destroying, conceal a human corpse. And our deepest condolences to the family. The case dates back to just days before Christmas. Leon Valley Police said Savannah and her boyfriend, whom his family identified as Matthew Guerra, was last seen Friday, December 22nd. The following day, on December 23rd, a clear alert was issued after Soto failed to arrive to be induced. The alert stated that they were last seen in a gray 2013 Kia Optima with a temporary tag that read 4289D57. As the search continued for the couple on December 26th, San Antonio police officers received a call for a disturbance. This was the day the search came to a tragic end, as the bodies of Soto and Guerra were found inside a vehicle. On January 3rd, during an investigation into their deaths, police said 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and his father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, had been arrested and charged in connection with the case. So let's take a look at this pitiful woman walking out to her shame, y'all. Her shame. Not sure what's taking so long for her to walk out now. Come on, girl. I might have to do it in another video because we got another video of this actually. What is taking so long? Okay, I think it's coming up. I'm not sure. Hello. I don't know what's going on. I might do it on the other video because this is taking quite some time. ABC, do better, y'all. Do better. Oh, you know what?
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
Good.
Go back. Yeah, let's go back. Okay. I think we're getting there, almost there, guys. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, here we go, guys. Pitiful.
Different card. Different card.
I don't like the quality of this. We'll watch it on another video, guys, because it's kind of funny. But why she has her head down now? You were so bold enough to assist in hiding the bodies. Now you want to have your head down. So they're about to do the news conference, but before we get to that, I wanted to play the video again because that video was kind of not clear. But let me finish this article before they do the news conference. But the police said Christopher, and the thing is too, I don't understand why the mom of all people, she should have been the voice of reason, and she's over here assisting in disposing the bodies. Like, wow, she was actually in the truck with Ramon in that video surveillance. But the police said Christopher was charged with capital murder, while his father was charged with abuse of corpse for allegedly helping move Soto and Guerra's bodies. Police said that following the arrest, they saw information online of a third person being possibly involved. Wow. So see, guys, look at that part. They saw information online. So a lot of people always knock the social media people and say how they they need to stay out of police business. But in this case, social media is what helped assist the officers in arresting the third person, because if I remind you, the first news conference that announced the two individuals that were involved, they said they had arrested all the people involved. They thought it was only two people, but everybody on social media was saying that there was a third person involved in this murder. So sometimes the police tries to knock social media, but they need to give social media their flowers right here. But let's read that again. The police said that following the arrest, they saw information online of a third person being possibly involved. Through forensics, police said they obtained video that shows Romanos involved the night of the murder. Yep, because she was about to get away with it, y'all. According to police, a video showed Romanos at the home after the murders. They said she had been leaving in a black truck and returning home with Christopher and Ramon. Did you see that? So she left inside the black truck with Ramon. Remember when Ramon, he drove that black truck to the apartment complex where Christopher met them with the dead bodies in Matthew's vehicle. She was actually in the car that night. That's what this video, this sentence is saying. Romanos, who police identified as Christopher's stepmother, will face charges of altering, destroying a corpse, abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence. As police continue into the case, they said Romanos was somehow involved in helping get rid of evidence. So that little skank got caught, y'all, because of social media. A lot of people like to knock social media, but a lot of times social media, they really be on their game. But I want to play that video again, guys, because the other video was really quiet. So you didn't really get to hear the communication. And so we're going to play it again, showing the stepmother walking out into the police car. Looking just pitiful. Put your head up. You didn't have your head down that night when you was assisting in hiding the bodies, though.
Why did you do it?
Are you sorry? You have nothing to say to the family. Did you give Christopher your gun? How can you sleep at night?
On the other side, right? Keep going. Watch out, guys. Watch out.
How have you been able to sleep at night?
Watch out, guys. Watch out, guys.
Did you give Christopher? Did you give Christopher?
How are you able to sleep at night, honey? How are you able to sleep? Okay, not just a hot mess, y'all. How are they able to sleep? You over here murdering other people's kids out here.
Do not
and protecting the kid. That just doesn't make any sense to me, guys. It just doesn't make sense. You know that not murdering, but assisting and altering and destroying evidence. It doesn't make sense. How is she able to sleep at night? Just people like that.
In the next few seconds, you're going to discover a bulletproof recipe that will make a.
Let me try to share that again because I didn't really hear the sound when it came in. So let me try again.
Or pulling away.
I didn't hear it, but I know
it doesn't matter
heard.
Since with this secret technique,
Why
a man will go to the ends of the earth.
It's not coming in for me. I don't know, guys. I know you guys can hear it. Okay, so you guys pretty much get the point. So that part, all they're going to do there in the rest of that video is just go to the news conference, which I want to actually watch now. You can see that she's walking to her shame, looking a hot mess. It's just, guys, this is crazy. A whole family affair, assisting and hiding and destroying evidence. And here's the news conference for the recent third arrest of the stepmom.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
All right, how about yourself?
Good.
Okay, officer, what you have to say for yourself? Come on now. What you waiting for? Let us know what happened, girl. Like, seriously.
Today, as you saw, we just made another arrest. This is the third arrest in this case. Just to recap, back on December 23rd, Leon Valley PD reported that Savannah and Matthew Guerra were reported missing to their jurisdiction. On December 26th, SAPD officers received a call for a disturbance. When those officers made that location, they discovered the bodies of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. They were found deceased in their vehicle, the Kia Optima, that had also been reported missing. Since then, our homicide unit has done an outstanding job in following this case. They followed every lead. They were able to get surveillance video, which led them to these arrests that were made. On January 3rd, we made two arrests, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and 53-year-old Ramon Preciado. There was a lot of information on social media that there was a third individual involved. Our homicide detectives were aware of that. However, we were looking for enough probable cause to make that arrest and to present the best case forward to the DA's office. Today, that happened. They were able to develop enough of exactly what the relationship is, maybe a stepmother to Christopher, 19-year-old Christopher. She is being charged with 3 felonies. The first one being alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse, which is a second-degree felony. She's also being charged with abuse of corpse, which is a state jail felony, and a third charge, tampering with evidence. Through our forensic unit, we were able to develop information from surveillance video that shows Miss Romanos involved the night of the murder. That video surveillance shows her at the home right after the murders, and she was seen on video surveillance leaving in that black truck that we all saw on the surveillance video, and then returning to her home with Christopher and Ramon in that truck. At this time, I'll take any questions that you might have.
It was her weapon, right?
Oh, heck no. Did y'all hear that? Like, what really gets into the mind of parents assisting in concealing a murder that their son did? Like, I can't really wrap my head around it. I know parents do crazy things for their kids, y'all, but this is way to the extreme where we have parents actively involved in assisting their son, well, her stepson, in concealing the bodies of the children of other parents, though. That's the crazy part about it. Matthew and Guerra are children to other parents. And for you to be parents of this man, Christopher, out here, because he's 19 years old, and to assist in concealing the bodies of somebody else's kids when it could have been your child as well, is sickening to me. I can't. That is just appalled when I heard that she was seen in the car assisting, like a whole entire family affair. This case totally twists around in the most bizarre way, because when we first heard this case, I mean, everybody was in the impression that it was some drug lords that did it, gang members, but this is a whole entire family, a mother, father, and son duo involved in the execution and concealment of young men, a young man and a young woman. That's just crazy.
Excuse me?
They matched her weapon to the ballistics.
Right, that tampering with evidence, from what we understand, she stated that was her gun. So we do know that that was her weapon.
And do they believe?
Wow, guys, the murder weapon was her weapon.
I'm not sure exactly where. We haven't released any of that information. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but we do know she was involved in helping get rid of the evidence concerning those bodies.
On the 3rd, you guys were under the impression that there were only 2 suspects, or had said that there were 2 suspects that were arrested?
No, our homicide detectives were aware early on in the investigation that there wasn't a third person involved. We know that from the video surveillance when there is that towel that everyone's talked about being thrown. At that time, we just didn't have enough evidence to say that that was Miss Mirta Romanos. But like I said, since then, they've developed enough evidence from surveillance video from the home showing her leaving with the two. She gets into that truck, and then when they return to the home, it's her, Christopher, and Ramon in that truck.
Had she called you guys in the past week to come to the house at all? Because I know there's been some reports of vandalism there.
I'm not aware of any of that.
As of right now, are you under the impression there are any more suspects?
At this time, we're confident that there's no more suspects. At this time, we're confident that these were the 3 individuals that were involved in this case.
Y'all said that last time.
No, we don't have any information to lead us to believe that. We do know that there was, I guess, a transaction earlier in that night. What happened and transpired was Matthew, Guerra, and Savannah were killed. I don't.
So you guys still don't know where they were killed, like if it was at the home or somewhere else?
We believe it was in that area, right near their home. How cooperative was she? You know, I know there was a search warrant that was issued a few days ago. There was a search warrant, so they had the authority to go into that home. Today, I don't believe she said much.
What happened to the towel?
I don't have that information. Any other questions?
Did she confess today?
She wasn't cooperative today. Thank you, guys.
So she's the stepmother, right?
We
So there you have it, guys. This story has turned out to be the most crazy story I've heard in a while. The fact that we have a whole stepmama, y'all, father involved, and the firearm that was used to unalive these two belonged to the stepmother. It's like, seriously? It just makes me wonder, you know, the officers don't know everything involved in this case. They really don't. They still don't even know the full extent of the stepmother's role in, you know, hiding and disposing of these bodies. They only know that they saw her come out of the vehicle with Ramon in that truck. So I'm just wondering, did Ramon and the stepmother, Mirta, know more than just, you know, the subsequent disposal of the bodies? Were they in on this plan from the beginning? Like, did they have a qualm with Matthew Guerra and Savannah? Maybe there was another drug deal that happened before, because this sounds like a planned targeted hit. How did he get his stepmom's firearm? Like, there's so much more, so many holes in this story that need to be divulged and will definitely be divulged over time. Y'all let me know what y'all think. This story is crazy, absolutely crazy. How 2 parents could actually go to the full extent of helping conceal 2 murders. You know, things don't really surprise me as it relates to these tragedies, but man, it just makes you really question things about parents in our society, especially that has been a big issue for the past few weeks in some of these tragedies. All right, well, you guys let me know what you think about the updated news in this tragedy. Take care.
She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another day and she solving another case, cause she litigate with dignity and grace. She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another day and she solving another case, cause she litigate with dignity and grace.